they just go.
Yeah.
And they just go and go and go.
It's going to go like every other show goes. Craig's going to open it up. He's going to have a clear agenda, and Jack's going to hijack the whole fucking thing.
No, I'm not. Well, we should.
Can we just cut right now? Because I think this shit was over.
We're hanging out. We're making picks. We're drinking drinks. PeekskillMugs. We're shooting darts. Shooting the shit. You know we're talking sports. Greg, Ryan, Phil, Jack. PeekskillMugs.
Whoa! Holy shit, guys. Sorry, we've been on hiatus. A lot of shit's been going on in the past month or so. But, we got Brian, Jack, Craig, and Mysterious Man in the new recliner. TW behind the camera. Phil's not here today. Like I said, a lot of shit going on. But we are happy to be back. And we're at the farm, episode 84. And I think it's on Instagram Live. My battery run out?
It's still on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
All
Cool.
right. See, I love TW getting on the mic like that very
Me too.
early. So today we're gonna have fun because I think there's no sports to talk about, which a lot of you guys don't like, as you've told me. But we're gonna talk about cartoons.
NASCAR's on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Speaking of cartoons,
I finally got that.
I
But
did-
anyway,
but, yeah.
it's been a blustery 10 days for me. I'm blustery. I'm just getting older. We got a birthday boy here.
Tomorrow, well, Sunday, when this airs,
maybe.
Not if we get drunk enough.
March 5th,
Yeah, Jackie Boy's gonna hit
62.
29. Oh,
You
that's
don't-
great.
You don't look
Yep.
you don't look a day over 70.
I know, right?
But it's great to be back with the guys. Like we're just, man.
What you do for the last month? That's why you're blustery. Never mind. You've already answered that.
Cried a lot.
You? Did
Last
we do it?
month?
Yeah. Whatever. Since the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Who actually
man,
won
well-
the Super Bowl? I don't even remember who played.
It was a football game. I remember that.
Was the Eagles in it?
The Eagles were in it. I do.
Oh,
remember
the
that.
Chiefs. The Chiefs.
The Chiefs won. I
Over
won.
the
I
Eagles.
won my bet, and then I went out the following weekend and
we got
some,
smashed.
got some
Actually,
got some
Bills.
barbecue and some bourbon
Nice.
up at Beast and Fishkill, new barbecue restaurant where my lovely ex-wife works. So go check it out if you're ever.
And
in
what's the
area.
name of it?
Beast.
And
Their tagline. It's in Fishkill.
Fishkill.
It's called Beast. Tagline is Feed Your Inner Beast.
Nice.
And then in the bathroom, they have a sign on the wall that says "Release Your Inner Beast." So that's funny too. But anyway, if you ever get a chance to go up there, so went up there to celebrate. Spent my winnings. Got some pappies. It was friggin' amazing. So aside from that, just working and chilling out. What about you guys?
I spent 7 days in Florida. Did the Daytona 500 again with my buddy Jason.
He won it.
No, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won it.
You came in.
Whatever.
Nice.
If you're not a NASCAR fan, you don't know, don't care.
You don't win, you
whatever. Joey Logano came in second. That's my driver. The boy from Connecticut. He's a pretty boy from Bristol.
I want to say, because I lived down south for a bit in Birmingham, Alabama. Hoover, actually. But I worked for the Birmingham News, which is in the sports department, editor, columnist. And holy shit, I've been to Talladega. Those are the craziest races. Not even races. I meant races.
I
Yes.
I heard
Yes.
craziest racists is what I heard, which is also probably true to an
Hence
extent.
why Bubba Wallace never wins there.
But I was on turn 3. They're so fucking loud.
Oh, they are.
Holy
The smell of the
shit.
gas.
It's a
Loud.
2.5 mile track. How do you make a 2.5 mile track?
I want to hear the story of you in front of Talladega.
Oh, would I change my tire?
How quick can you do this?
So I got an ex-wife.
Not the story, how quick you can change a tire.
Oh, I should have been in pit crew. We had to go to Atlanta because they wanted to make sure our marriage was official. She was hot. And they were like,
You had to go to the-
she ain't marrying you.
Yeah.
So we had to go there. And we had to show pictures. And then I'm driving back from Atlanta, and we get a flat tire. And huge storm coming. And I open my eyes, and we're in front of Daytona Speedway. Or not Daytona, Talladega.
Yeah.
Some guy pulled over. Whatever, it's a Toyota, like Corolla. And the guy was like, you need help? And I looked up, and I saw Talladega Super Speedway. I was like, nah, not today.
I got this. I got this tire.
I changed that motherfucker in 12 and a half seconds, I think. Jacked up. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then we broke up like a year later, but whatever.
Yeah, the guy who pulled over to help you was Tony Stewart, probably.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
being
right?
nice. He was trying to be nice. And I wanted to let him help me. But I said, no, not on this one. I got to do it.
It's divinity. You have to do it. You're right there.
Got to do it.
Actually, I got to give a shout out to Ed Goldberg because he was down there the week after or before I was. He actually brought this Huggy back for me. Says my name, Daytona's track on it. His buddy, actually from Florida, who owns I think a Ferrari, got onto the track and did like a few laps around in his own car.
That's awesome.
With Ed in the infield, and that's where he got this. Shout out to number 2 fan, Ed Goldberg.
It's a crazy time down there. Like, I was working that time, and it was so, I'm like handing out like Birmingham news bullshit, whatever. But you get down that infield, those people get there on Wednesday. They don't leave till Monday. I'm like, what the What do you guys do for a living?
Well, NASCAR is the only sporting event that you can literally bring in coolers.
Oh, yeah.
So there was 4 of us down there. We brought in 3 coolers, 40 Mick Ultra Lights. Because it was like 95 degrees out. So we drank 40 Mick Ultra Lights inside the...
Todd, do you like NASCAR? Okay.
That would be enough. Oh, we just gave up our special guest.
No, he's the guest. His shoes are the guest.
He's
Yes.
playing his role perfectly.
All right, so like today,
he does remind me of a cartoon character.
Right, and like you said, we like to do our Mount Rushmore thing. It's episode 84, and we started the Mount Rushmore about a couple of months ago. So this week, our Mount Rushmore is going to be cartoon characters, your favorite cartoon characters. And I think Jack really wants to lead this one off.
No, I don't.
Huh?
No, you guys can. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Or you want me to. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll go first.
Just because I have mine written down, I take notes.
My favorite, He-Man, She-Ra, Man-at-Arms, and who's the guy who knocked his head into the door every time?
Ram Man.
Ram Man, yeah. That's it. Those are my favorite.
That's
'Cause
it?
I love He-Man. And, go fuck himself. It's Papa Smurf.
Didn't you call Mitch Papa Smurf yesterday?
Probably.
Did
I'd
Papa,
say
did
I
Papa
want to do
Smurf used to smoke pot?
no. Well, something was going on there because Smurfette was the only female, and there were 200 males. Like, what's going on here?
Good for Papa Smurf.
Was he Papa?
Till Grandpa Smurf
Actually,
showed
I
up.
think you said Papa Smurf was actually David Koresh from
He
Waco.
was. I did.
He had like a
David
cult.
Koresh. He had a cult of Smurfs. And then he made him drink the Kool-Aid. They all died. And Gargamel was actually the good one.
Koresh didn't make him drink the Kool-Aid. That was the other
Actually,
guy from South.
Gargamel and Janet Reno do have a striking resemblance to each other.
They do.
Gargamel was with the ATF.
Yes.
He killed them all.
Janet-
Gargamel's still alive.
Janet
He probably has
I
pet
think
Smurfs.
I'm thinking Janet
Aren't the
Reno
Smurfs?
killed him.
Don't the Smurfs live to like 400?
Probably.
Do you believe in Smurfs? Are they real?
That's the name of the show, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, when you're only 3 apples high, you're probably at very low risk of a heart attack.
That's like, yay.
Yay.
See, you're getting a little feedback in that speaker. Just down a little bit.
Maybe I'm fucking it up.
No,
Gotcha.
it's not you. It's, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone from He-Man I'll take. Everyone else can go fuck themselves.
And do you have most overrated?
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
And that was it. I thought you said you had 4 or 5 overrated ones.
Yeah, I did, but I don't want to throw them out on camera right now.
All right. I don't blame you.
All right, because I still want to watch.
All
I
right.
still want to watch the show.
Between coming up with his list and starting the show, Craig got bored.
Yeah.
Literally, when I said He-Man was coming up, it was 10 seconds before we went on.
That's
Just
perfect.
saying.
Jack, I yield to you.
Yeah. Well, as you guys know, it is my birthday tomorrow, and I'm turning 62. So I'm going to definitely do old school cartoons. Like my number 4 is Johnny Quest. And the voice of Johnny Quest was by who?
Sorry.
Who did the voice of Johnny Quest? Tim Matheson. And what was his little best friend's name?
Oh, that little guy.
Yeah, the little Indian dude. What are you talking about? It's Haji. What time is it in... What time is it... What time is it in Bombay? 7:11 on the dot.
Jesus Christ!
Number
Even he got offended.
Number 3. Number 3 is Fred and Barney. They have to come together because that's what they did. They came together with their fucking wives, Wilma and Betty.
Oh,
Which
they were swapping. For
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. And that ran from 1960 to 1966. So
That's it?
Yep. 6 years. Then you just got to see all, whatever. They just did all the remakes. And not the remakes, but whatever. They actually had like a little invisible friend that they could only see. What was that little invisible friend's name?
On what show?
Magoo?
Flintstones. Fred and Barney could see him. He's the one that got him out of trouble all the time.
No,
Magoo.
kid, don't remember.
No, it's not Magoo, but it's Kazoo.
Kazoo.
Yep.
Ah.
All right, number 2, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Love that one.
I loved it. Absolutely. That was a guaranteed Saturday morning cartoon. And I think a lot of them were named after Bill Cosby's brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I think, right? I think that's why
I don't know.
Well,
I know a lot about Bill Cosby, but
and that actually ran
More
from
than I ever wanted to know.
Oh, I know.
Bill Cosby.
Hey. But anyways, that ran from 1972 to 1980. But there was a kid on that show that had his hat over his whole face.
Mushmouth.
No, that's one of the characters though. But the dude that had the hat over his face in the junkyard all the time, you never saw his face, was Dumb Donald.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was.
You can't do that today. You can't, whatever. And number 1, my favorite of all time, is the Jetsons, which ran from 1962 to 1965. You know what? Just think about this. 1965, Hanna-Barbera was doing Zoom meetings.
Zoom meetings?
Zoom meetings. They had robots. They had a space center.
They predicted,
They predicted the future, without a doubt.
Still waiting for my flying car, by the way. Yeah,
Me too. Well, they have driverless cars, whatever. So whatever.
because that's helpful.
Okay, so the show had a dog in it. What was the name of the dog?
Roscoe?
Spacely Sprocket.
That was the name of the company that George Jetson worked for.
That was the boss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of the dog.
The name of the dog was Astro.
Astro.
Come on, Brian.
Come
Jesus Christ.
on.
I wasn't alive
All right,
in the
so-
60s.
Reruns, come on. A few honorable mentions. Scooby-Doo. Love that. That ran from 1969 and 1970
Is it
only.
bad to say that Daphne was hot?
No.
Right, just
Cartoon characters can be hot.
Oh, look at Betty Boop.
Actually,
Daphne.
Jen from Chuck's, she said Betty Boop was one of her favorites.
Yep.
So we're giving you a shout out on that. Jack thinks Betty Boop is hot.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, Betty Boop was invented to... She was named after the Roaring Twenties. So she came out after the Depression just to cheer people up.
Craig, stop touching your goddamn mic.
To get people back to the Roaring Twenties to get out of the Depression. So that's why whoever invented Betty Boop, that's why they did it.
It got caught in my fucking butt.
All right, but on Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, what was Shaggy's last name? You know who might know that? Is Mike from the brewery, because he looks like him.
Huh?
Mike from the brewery, Peekskill Brewery.
Which Mike?
The dude with the long hair, he looks like Shaggy.
Not even close.
He looks like Shaggy Rogers.
No.
Speaking of Shaggy,
Anyways,
he's
that-
drinking a fucking
anyways,
7-gallon drum of
That's the answer,
water.
Shaggy Rogers. And my most overrated is Beavis and Butthead. Fuck those two. And Mickey Mouse and fuck Disney. Brian?
I take issue with your Beavis and Butthead comment. They were
Yeah, I was.
how much?
I had Michaela and Megan. I didn't have Beavis and Butthead.
You know how much new music that show introduced me to when I was that age?
Is that one of
Guar?
your? Is that one of your favorites?
No.
Keep moving it. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm gonna make TW
No.
so fucking.
You're
mad.
fine. You're
He's
fine.
gonna
You're
kill
fine.
me.
It's not snap,
Look,
crackling,
our
or popping.
director TW, he knows everything. He knows I suck with the mic. I just moved it back in. Where am I fitting?
Well, don't run it up your ass, Crack.
Fitting.
You don't have to go that far.
Fitting.
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 All right.
I'm gonna start with my most overrated just to get this idiot out of the way. Bart Simpson. Fuck you.
Ah.
Like
Totally agree.
He's not even a good character. Like The Simpsons is Homer and then everybody else. Like fuck Bart. Eat my shorts. Eat my ass, Bart. Okay.
There you go.
All right, so we'll get that one out of the way. In no particular order, number one
But you just literally put it in
from
particular order.
from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, fucking Carl.
Oh.
Yeah, the perfect representation of a fat Northern Jersey Italian. He is my favorite. I love
Yeah, you know it.
Not to look clueless, but
yeah. Huh?
what the hell are you talking
I'll
about?
No,
show
you
you
wouldn't
after
get
the show.
that. You wouldn't get that one.
Yeah, so Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, also a Giants fan, so I respect him for his sports fandom. But yeah, no. Pure North Jersey Italian fatso.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
I didn't say there
wait,
was something
everything.
wrong.
Yeah,
I was
there's
just
a lot actually.
yeah.
I know a lot of them.
so there he is. Look at him.
That's awesome.
That's Carl. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Number two, all-time favorite of mine, Stuart Gilligan Griffin.
Fantastic.
Stewie.
Stewie.
He is
Just
From
simply
the Family Guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Simply as a character, the way the character is developed over the entire part of the show, he's basically been everything, done everything. Fantastic character, and any baby who talks like an old British guy is my favorite. So
and talk to a dog.
and talks to a
Toxic
dog. So Stewie Griffin, number two. Number three, we're gonna go with the hunter that killed Bambi's mom and Bambi,
Holy fuck! Are you kidding me?
because that guy kicked off the whole movie. And I love when little kids cry. So the hunter that killed
Hence why,
deer
hence
had
why-
no
hence why I said fuck
mother.
Disney, because most Disney movies always start out with a death.
Right, so the hunter that killed Bambi's mom is my third favorite
You guys
character.
are fucking brutal.
And number four, everybody's familiar with the show Different Strokes.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody is familiar with the episode where Dudley and Arnold potentially get molested by the bicycle shop owner. And there's a very minor plot point in that episode where he shows them pornographic cartoons to try and get them all.
I'm
try-
scared that we actually talked about this
To-
the other day.
to-
I don't know. It was you. It was one
Yeah,
of us.
yeah, it was us.
to try and get them in the mood. So those cartoon characters are my fourth favorite cartoon characters of all time.
Welcome back, folks. Glad we were gone for
So-
4 fucking weeks.
That was a fun topic.
Well, hang on.
What
I got
what about
mine.
your
T-Dub?
overrated? No, he's got his.
I gave you Bart Simpson's my overrated.
Bart,
Oh, yeah,
Bart's
okay.
it, yeah. And
I
TW,
wasn't
I think
listening.
you're up to bat if you're ready to go.
I am ready to go. So yeah, so you know, I put the majority of focus on 80s cartoons because that's what I grew up with, and believe it or not, I was like having a hard time because it's like I'm thinking it's like Batman's not a cartoon character, Batman's a comic book character, you know, and I was like oh shit, you know, I'm much more in like comic book characters and movie characters than cartoons. I was like, son of a bitch. So I was like, all right, like what's strictly, cartoons that I grew up with. So yes, they are in order. So number 4, from the Thundercats, I picked Lion-O.
Fuck
Nice.
you. Fuck you. I talked to you yesterday about
Yes,
this,
I know.
and I said I
I
hate
know.
that motherfucker, and you took him.
I know.
That's in honor of Larry Kenny.
He's
I think
the worst.
Larry Kenny.
Larry Kenny, the #1 voiceover guy.
Dude, Lion-O's badass,
Oh,
man.
right.
Yeah,
Larry
my-
Kenny. I like Larry Kenny. Lion-O, Suck my balls.
Why? He comes over, their planet gets destroyed. He's like a little kid. He's got to grow up on his new planet.
But what do they do during the show? Like
They deal with the goddamn customers.
They
And
they got a shorthand.
I think he's out in Vegas promoting this.
No shit.
No, not Larry.
No, Larry
I meant
Kenny's
Lionel. I'm talking about
Jack
Lionel.
is friends with Lionel in real life.
Yes.
That's actually really
but
cool.
the Thundercats, he's out there promoting Thundercats.
That's
in
so
Vegas.
cool. How old is he now?
Larry Kenny would have to be 70.
And he's done a lot more than Lionel.
Oh, absolutely.
That's so cool.
How
Why
old
don't
is
you
Larry
two get
Kenny?
an apartment and go move to fucking Vegas?
I'd love to meet him. All right, moving along. Number 3.
He was born in 1947. You do the math.
Oh, so he's like almost 75.
My dad's age.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
he's-
shocked that he's still alive. He drank a lot of fucking scotch, dude.
Good for him.
He
Hey,
was one of my
sometime-
customers down in the city. Holy
Sometimes
fuck.
it keeps you young.
Rails.
All right, my number
We're
3.
teetering at the moment.
No, we're fine.
Born in 1982. He-Man. Yeah. Got to go with He-Man.
Not Duncan?
Well, I
I
mean,
went with
if you got to pick
all-
one
all
character,
the
I'm gonna
He-Man.
go with
Ram-Man.
He-Man. Gotta love
Ram-Man
Duncan.
was number 4.
Gotta love Ram Man. Love them all.
Duncan, he's such a loyal sidekick, Duncan.
Yes, he
He
is.
would do
And he keeps
anything.
secrets.
And he
keeps
knows how to
secrets.
keep his fucking mouth shut. You're goddamn
Keeps
right.
his mouth shut, and he has a fucking hammerhead, and he
Yeah,
If you have a
Tough.
if you have a Duncan in your life, you're fucking winning. Period.
I do have a Duncan in my life.
Oh, you picked the wrong fucking He-Man character though.
All right, moving on. Number 2. Love this guy. This is a real guy. But this is a man who has transcended pop culture since I was a little kid. And it's not his real name, but his stage name is Sergeant Slaughter. And
It's not a fucking cartoon character.
yes,
He was.
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
was.
was.
And I'll tell you what. So
You can't take a real person
Yes,
turned into a cartoon character
Yes.
and call it a cartoon
yes,
character.
you can.
No,
You know
he
why?
was a cartoon
Because he was
character.
forced to choose. He was forced
Fine,
to choose.
fine. Captain Kirk is my favorite cartoon character.
Mr. T.
That's not a cartoon
Mr. T
character.
is my favorite cartoon character.
I'll give you Mr. T. He had his own fucking cereal.
What do you guys fucking?
fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
he had it for like 7 boxes, and people got sick, and they couldn't
Yeah.
sell it anymore.
Hang on one second. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Oh, yeah, that adapter's loose. It's okay. No. I think it's the main one. You're fine. We're fine.
Your
It-
list-
That was
I'm
weird. I lost the right ear for a
I'm
minute.
always
Your list is
Anyway, no. Here's the thing. So Vince McMahon did not want Sergeant Slaughter to go off and play G.I. Joe because he was under contract, right? So the only reason that Sergeant Slaughter missed the first 5 WrestleManias is because he was being Sergeant Slaughter. So for that amount of time, he was Sergeant Slaughter. So I'm going to fight it. That's my argument, all right? Once he gave up, once the G.I. Joe contract expired, he
I'm
came
not
back.
fighting
I'm gonna watch him.
I'm
right.
not fighting him.
So
He looks
sticking
pretty.
with
He
it.
looks real pretty right now.
do you know how I'm going to win this argument?
Fine.
Sergeant Slaughter has a birth certificate.
So does he, man.
No, he doesn't.
He does, 1982.
I can't with this guy.
I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus.
Both you guys. We're
All right. Here's my number one.
not at number 1 yet. Oh my
Well,
Also,
there was a 15-minute setup to the list.
also, eat me. We got time to kill. There's no sports.
We got nothing to do.
Number 1, also
No
from
drinking.
G.I. Joe, the Baroness. You remember the Baroness?
No.
All right. She was that evil fucking Eastern European bitch with the long black hair
Yes,
down to her
with,
fucking waist with the
sinister
sexy
brown-
glasses.
No, I
Sinister-
married her in 2006.
Dude, I used to date a chick looked exactly like her without the glasses.
Was that the wife of Sinister Bar Sinister? Something? Bar Sinister?
I don't know what you mean.
What you're saying?
I think she used to bang Destro, if that means anything to you.
Words?
Wasn't she like Morticia Adams?
That's fine,
But
Same sort of like
yeah, and
look.
she was married to Simon Bar Sinister in the cartoon.
I don't know who the fuck Simon Bar Sinister.
Yeah,
Are you thinking of like
Simon?
Bullwinkle?
Simon?
yeah, yeah.
You're thinking of Bullwinkle.
yeah, and she
Oh,
was on
Oh,
that.
Morticia.
She was
No,
on
that's
that.
Similar.
show.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
character, but
Oh.
similar
Yeah.
style. So yeah, Baroness is my favorite because she's just the sexiest cartoon ever. And overrated, Bugs Bunny, because I would have wanted to blow his fucking head off too.
Come on, man.
He was an
You know what?
obnoxious
Let's
dick.
open the conversation
It-
again.
it's-
4.
It's Wabbit
Let's go.
season.
Yeah,
Wabbit?
I'm hunting wabbits.
every month of the year should be rabbit
Bugs
season.
Bunny's the only one in the entire universe that realized the whole thing was a gag.
He was an obnoxious prick.
Right, because he realized it was bullshit. It's a cartoon. I can do whatever I want. Everybody else had to play by
All right,
some set of
Did,
rules.
did you know that Wile E. Coyote actually caught the Roadrunner 3 times?
Why do you know that?
Because the
Because
episode
he's 75 years old.
Because the first time he caught him, the
gets
episode
older
was
every
called
time.
Supersonic, and he caught the motherfucker, and he had him by the neck, and then he used to hold up signs, like they were made by Acme. Everything was made by Acme. That blew him up and all that stuff.
Fair enough.
He goes, "All right, wise guys, I caught him. Now what do you want me to do?" So he lets him go so he can continue to chase him. But he caught him 3 different times.
All right.
I'm pretty sure this is the most instructive episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
And if any of you out there did not learn anything, you're fucking idiots. I'm kidding. Yeah.
No, they're not idiots.
I mean, I
they're
learned-
PeekskillMug followers.
I learned.
Shout
something
out to
today.
all ya. To give another character, I have 2 of my favorite, which I wish
All right,
I
let's
did.
go.
We're spitting
So
out
you
more
do
cartoon characters.
T-Dubs, what's the time?
Speedy
He's eating
Gonzalez,
fucking Froome over there.
Speedy Gonzalez, and Slowpoke Rodriguez.
I got. If you want a toothy blowjob, Jessica Rabbit.
That's right.
I think you're about 26 minutes in.
Oh,
All
you
right.
know what?
So we got
Segue-
nine more
Speak-
minutes to talk about cartoons.
Did you say toothy blowjob?
Yeah, Jessica Rabbit. She got rabbit teeth. She give you a toothy.
Speaking of that, can
Wow.
I just jump in and say that it's Monica Lewinsky's birthday as well?
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Say hi to Todd.
She's
over
actually
there.
49 years old. And it was just the other day that she was crawling around and putting anything in her mouth. Speaking of toothy blowjobs.
Yeah.
Maybe we should cut down.
No, not yet. No, we're good. I just had to get that in with her turning 49.
I would say I went all He-Man on my my favorite picks, but I'd also say, have you ever seen the Snorks? It was basically a Snorks. Yeah, don't worry.
It
I don't know.
sounds.
It
It sounds
Smurfs
familiar
knock.
to me, the
It was
Snorks.
a Snurfs. Shut up right now.
What the hell is the
Let you guys handle the rest.
What the hell is the Snorks?
Oh man.
They had dicks on top of their head, pretty much.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember the dicks?
The
on top of
dickheads.
that?
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? What was the joke that you said earlier?
No, what I was gonna say. I'm not. It's not a joke. It's just you really shouldn't be telling any Helen. Don't tell any Helen Keller jokes. They're senseless.
That's right.